Stay with me till the very end, because we're walking through the real stories behind the smiling faces that made this classic show a legend. Some goodbyes were quiet, some were shocking, a few left mysteries that fans still talk about today. I'll keep everything clear and kind, and at the end I'll ask you which story moved you most, so please watch till the last moment. Buddy Ebsen gave us the heart of the show as Jed Clampett. Off-screen he was a dancer, a singer, and a steady pro who worked for decades. He once trained for the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, but the metal makeup hurt his lungs and he had to leave that role. Later, he led this series with calm charm, then solved cases on Barnaby Jones. In his final years he faced pneumonia, and he passed from respiratory failure at age 95. Even now, when people rewatch the show, his warm voice and quiet wisdom feel like home. Irene Ryan, our unforgettable granny, was only in her late 50s when the series began, but she played that fierce, funny matriarch like she had lived 100 lives. She started in vaudeville and radio, then moved to TV and Broadway. In 1973, while performing in the musical Pippin, she suffered a stroke. Doctors found a brain tumor soon after. She died weeks later at age 70. Fans still quote her one-liners and grin at her stubborn pride. Her legacy also lives on in a long-running acting scholarship created in her name to help young performers chase their dreams. Donna Douglas brought Elly May Clampett to life with a bright smile, kind eyes, and true Southern warmth. Before the series, she was a pageant winner and a TV guest favorite. After it ended, she kept working as an actress, a gospel singer, and a speaker who loved visiting churches and community groups. In her final chapter, she faced pancreatic cancer and died at age 82. Many fans say they learned gentle strength from Elly May, the way she loved animals, stood up for family, and never let the big city change her goodness. Max Baird Jr., who played Jethro, deserves a clear note here. He is a key star who has outlived many of his castmates. He has built businesses, produced projects, and kept a low profile at times, but his place in TV history is set. People still repeat Jethro's bragging about ciphering and double knot spy with a smile. In a video like this, it's important to be fair. This actor did not pass away. He is still with us. B. Benaderet, who played Cousin Pearl, was a master of comedy and voice work. You heard her in classic cartoons, you saw her in Petticoat Junction, and you felt her spark whenever Pearl showed up to steer Jed with a soft hand and a sharp tongue. She battled lung cancer and died at age 62, with pneumonia listed among the final complications. Her work made three worlds: radio, animation, and television feel alive. Rewatch a Pearl scene and listen to her rhythm. You'll hear a lifetime of timing and craft. Nancy Culp made Miss Jane Hathaway more than a side character. She gave her a mind, a backbone, and a quiet kindness. Before acting, Nancy served in the U.S. Naval Reserve during the war. After the series, she even ran for Congress, showing the same steady courage Miss Jane carried in the bank office. She was diagnosed with cancer and died at age 69. Fans remember her quick looks to camera, her careful dignity, and her loyalty to people who didn't always deserve it. She made Proper feel human. Raymond Bailey turned banker Milburn Drysdale into a comedy machine, nervous, greedy, and somehow lovable. His road to acting was long and odd: sailor, stockbroker, farm worker, bit parts, then the role that made everyone know his face. In his later years, he began to show signs of memory illness and stepped away from work. He died of a heart attack at age 75, with his ashes scattered at sea. Watch him in those bank scenes and you'll see a man who knew exactly where every laugh was hidden. Harriet E. McGibbon played Margaret Drysdale, the society wife who judged everyone and everything. Her timing was so sharp that even a lifted eyebrow could land a laugh. She had a long stage and screen career, then faced a hard illness late in life. She died in her 80s after a long sickness. If you rewatch her scenes, look at how she moves in a room: precise, careful, always placing small moments that build a bigger joke. She was a true stage veteran. Sharon Tate was a rising star who appeared in multiple episodes as the sweet, stylish Jeanne Trego. She had the kind of screen light that people noticed right away, and soon she moved into films and magazine covers. Her life ended in a crime that shocked the world, and the loss still hurts fans who remember her gentle spirit. She died in her mid-20s while 8 months pregnant. When viewers see her early TV work, they often feel a mix of pride and grief. Pride in her talent, grief for the future she never got to live. Louis Nye played Sonny Drysdale, the spoiled rich kid who drifted through life with a smirk. He had made a name on talk shows and sketch comedy, and he brought that slick style to this series. In the 2000s, he faced lung cancer and died at age 83. Old clips of Sonny still make people laugh at that lazy drawl and silly swagger. He gave the show a different kind of energy. Modern, smug, and perfectly punchable. Frank Cady, known as Sam Drucker in the Henning universe of shows, popped up in crossover episodes like a friendly neighbor who never ran out of patience. He lived a very long life and died at age 96. His presence reminds us how these classic comedies shared a big TV town, where characters wandered in and out like real neighbors. He made that world feel connected and warm. Alan Rip Rock Pennell stepped in as Elly May's movie star suitor and played the part with a wink. He kept acting 4 years after, then passed away in his 90s. He gave the series a slice of Hollywood inside the story, handsome, confident, and often confused by the Clampett's simple roles that always made more sense in the end. The creative team also lived a full arc. While this video focuses on actors, it is fair to note that the people behind the camera built a space where these performances could breathe. Sets looked fancy, but the heart stayed simple. That mix, guided by writers and producers who loved character over shock, is why the show still plays well today. There is also something very human in how families handled final plans. A few chose ashes scattered at sea. Some were laid to rest close to home. Several kept details private, which we should respect. When you visit a grave or a memorial, keep it simple. A short moment, a soft thank you, maybe a flower. These people gave you laughter. Give them quiet in return. For anyone who wants to pay tribute at home, here's a simple idea. Pick one actor from this list and watch a favorite episode with fresh eyes. Try Buddy Ebsen's gentle smile in a quiet scene. Try Irene Ryan's sharp snap when she's sure she's right. Try Donna Douglas holding a critter like it's family. Try Nancy Culp reading a line with perfect calm. Try Raymond Bailey melting down while still smiling for a client. When you notice one new detail, you're keeping their art alive. If you still carry a soft spot for this series, you're not alone. Reruns are more than old TV. They're a comfort. They're a way to sit with people who feel like friends. And when we talk about how each actor died, we're really reminding ourselves why their lives mattered. They made millions of people feel better. At the end of a long day, that is not a small gift. You made it to the end, and that means you care about these folks as much as I do. Tell me in the comments whose story surprised you and which goodbye hit the hardest. If you found value in this tribute, please like the video, share it with a friend who loves classic TV, and subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive. Your support keeps these memories alive, one kind story at a time.